Hi everybody in YouTube world. It's June, your Tarot Queen. I just want to say hello and I hope everybody is doing well. I also want to give a big thanks to all my new and old subscribers, and I really hope you guys are enjoying my content, and I'm hoping that it's helping someone somewhere out there every day that I put it on. And for those of you who missed my live, it was really pretty good. I think that Oracle cards with Steve were really jiving well with my tarot cards that I was using. So I thought that was pretty interesting. It was always been a thing for me to see what was the deal, if they would coincide or if they wouldn't. So, but they did, and it was pretty fun. We had fun doing it, and I think I'll have him on again, and he's getting ready to do his own YouTube channel, which should be fun for him, I think. Anyway, I did want to say thank you. I am going to do something special at the end. I'm going to try to do something special at the end for my content people. I will be picking a name out of someone who's commented on my channel. It'll be the first, the last, the middle. You never know with me. But I will be picking a name and doing like a 4-card spread for this individual that I call out their name. So, and as always, I appreciate all the likes and all the shares and all the comments and the subscriptions. And if you know anybody who may be into this kind of thing, let me know and we'll do a reading. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to be using the Thelma deck today. This is kind of a thick deck. It is designed by, inspired, I should say, by the Book of Thelma, which is an Aleister Crowley type of thing. But I'm not a big Aleister Crowley fan. But anyway, that's me. To each their own, right? So, anyways, I am going to just see what the universe has to say to somebody out there today. And then I'm going to do that 4-card spread for someone who has commented on my page a lot. So, or somebody who contributes, you know, we're going to do something special for those who are being kind and special and following me on here. Other than the giveaway when I reach 2,500 subscribers. And that quote is so beautiful, you guys. I cannot wait to get there so somebody gets this beautiful, beautiful quote. Excuse me. I got a bit of a cough all day. So it's a little gloomy here in Tennessee. So this will be for someone out there in YouTube world who happens on my channel or is on my channel watching all of my content. And I don't look at tarot as a fortune telling tool. I look at it more like a guide, really. That's all it is. It's a guide. Okay. That's it for this person, I do believe. Let's see if we got something for anybody else out here today. Or just one. And you're thinking, June, you're not concentrating very much, but my mind is on what the universe wants me to say to someone out there today. So let me see if this is it for today. And tomorrow I think I may do a tarot spread, like a, you know, pick all the cards out that's tarot oriented, or not tarot, horoscope oriented, and see what the universe has to say to that. Okay, and this is for 2 groups or individuals, and I'd say if all the cards don't hit you, it probably wasn't for you, but and if you would like a private consultation with me, you can email me at junewagner633@yahoo.com. Or if you would like any of my product that I sell, which are stretchy bracelets, chokers, anklets, mystery boxes, sage, different types of things. Okay, is this all you have to say for the second person? Apparently not. And usually when a card flips up like it did in this stack right here that you really can't see, make it where you can see it, but anyway, there's a stack right there, and it flipped up straight up, so I knew that was over for that person. That's all they had to say to that person. I think that's it. That's all I got. Let's see. I'm gonna put my glasses on so we can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this was the end. So they ended with the Justice card, so I'm gonna start with this one. I believe that there's some legal issues going on, and that it will prevail to your good. You know, you will come out on top of this legal issue. And it could be very serious, from divorce to settlement of some sort. But I do believe that you're going to come out on top of this one. So that's wonderful. That's a major arcana, and justice will be served correctly. This is a Scorpio type of individual, so I don't know if that's who's doing the, who's in court with you, or if it's you. But if whoever this is, I believe they're listening to their intuition and they're doing all the right things. And I always say, document, document, document. When you are talking to somebody, document, you know, who you talked to, what time you called, what time they answered, how many times they put you on hold, for how long they put you on hold, and all of that. Just write it down on a piece of paper as you're got your earbuds in and doing other things, because I'm telling you, documentation gets you a long way. It really does. So document everything. Document phone calls, document time spent, if you know what I mean. So anyway, listen to your intuition and you'll know what is very important to you. And if this is about somebody holding a grudge against you, there ain't nothing you can do. They're going to hold a grudge. And they're Scorpio. They're going to hold a grudge, and it will be there forever. Some of them have learned to let go and realize that the more they hold on to that, the more power that other person has over them. So if you're holding on to grudges, don't give that person any more power. The Five of Pentacles upside down. It seems like that you're getting the things that you need to get when you need to get them. So that is really kind of wonderful, and you're not really having to ask. It's just presenting. You may be asking correctly in your head, you know, manifestating. We've been talking about manifestation for a while on here, so let's continue to do that. And maybe one of these little talks I'll be doing, I'll do some self-help talk, or self-talk again. And then the Two of Cups, so, and it's upside down. So I believe this is the end of a marriage or a partnership for you. And, you know, people mess up. You know, I'm not saying never give nobody a second chance. You know, hurt me once, shame on you. Hurt me twice, shame on me. But, you know, I believe in second chances, but not third, fourth, fifth, sixth. And it depends on what the situation is. So You move forward, justice will prevail for you. And you will get to see some karmatic payback. You do have the Tower upside down, and this was a very hurtful time for you, and hard, very hard time to go through what you went through with this other individual. But it does take two to make or break. However, this was very difficult for you. You just didn't see it coming. You were kind of blindsided. And I hate that for you, but the more you dwell upon that, the more power it has over you. So try if you can, and trust me, I know it's not easy. It took me forever to realize that people were having power over me just because I would be angry or thinking about them or wondering what they're doing, or, you know, and it doesn't matter. They weren't thinking about me. They weren't crying on their pillow about me. So why was I giving them that much power over me? Why? So try. I know it's hard, but do try. You are worth it. You're only you there is. So, you know, you're worth it every step of the way. Second individual or individuals, this could be going towards a lot of people. So this tells me that you are not a naive person. This is also a major arcana card. I'm trying not to get it in the light because these are shiny. This is a hangman, which is reversed. So it's telling me that you are not a naive individual. You're very smart, very aware of your surroundings, which is good. A lot of people need to be more aware of their surroundings, me included. I can be a little naive sometimes, and some things have been pointed out to me recently that, you know, I gotta be careful. You know, I can't just be me, you know, all the time. So you're not that way. You're very aware of your surroundings and your place. You're very aware. You do have a decision to make, and I do believe you're not going to do it blindly. You're going to think about it. You're going to decide, should I go or should I stay? Should I move or should I not? And you are going to make the best decision for you, because you aren't doing it blindly. You are doing your homework. You are writing the pros and cons down. So therefore, you are doing everything you're supposed to do to make the correct decision. So you are, I believe, on your right path. And Temperance, another major arcana. You got 2 out of 4 so far. This one is saying that, you know, sometimes you can talk to your blue in the face and they just don't understand what you're saying. They're not picking up what you're laying down. So, you know, try to look at what you're saying and try to say it in a different way. Not the same words, but in a different way. And that way maybe they can hear you, or maybe they're choosing not to. And sometimes, you know, you got to do what you got to do for you. And sometimes, like, I'm going to use an example. My best friend, when she moved from Florida back to Buffalo, I was so hurt and angry, but I knew she had to go. I knew she did. And I was happy for her that she was going, but I was still hurt. I was going to miss her terribly. And I still miss her. We still talk and everything. And I went and saw her before Kevin's accident, which was wonderful to see her, as I haven't seen her in so long. And I've missed her a great deal. But we used to come back and forth to each other, so we still saw each other. But it was hard, and I was like, I'm not helping you move, nothing. And she was like, you know, June, how can I make you understand? I can't get my car out of the back of this trailer, so I had to back it back up there. But anyway, I did help her, but I didn't want her to go. I didn't. She was the best friend I ever had, and I didn't want her to go, but she needed to, and I know that. But at the time, I was being a little bitty baby about it. So, but, you know, she understood too. So, but try to say it in a way that they can understand it. So that was my example on that. And it's saying that, you don't really need to take any action where your family is concerned. You're pretty good. You're, you don't really, I don't even think you really care whether they hear you or not. So I think that's good. I think that you're on your path and you're doing you. And I think that's awesome. I think everybody needs to do them. So the name I have picked out of the pool or names is Gloria or Glorious. So I am going to think about you, and I'm going to do a situational spread. This is something I do that I don't charge very much money for. They're like $10 on my when I do private consultations. This is one of the spreads that I do. So I am going to concentrate on you, Gloria. I am going to concentrate on you and give you this little 4-card spread. So you're usually watching my channel or my lives, and I appreciate that. So I definitely wanted to give you a little kudos for doing that. And I hope this really helps you in the situation that we're doing. So let me think about you for a minute. All right. I see your name, your numbers written in front of my eyes. When I close my eyes, I see your name written there. These are thick cards, so glorious. And normally when I do a consultation over the phone or over FaceTime, I will usually have you tell me when to stop shuffling. If you're in person, you shuffle the deck. You think about it. You touch it. So, but since we're doing this via YouTube, I'm just going to lay it out there. So, Justice card. Right off the bat, you get the Justice card. So the situation is kind of a sticky one. Okay. I guess the first reading that we did was for you, because this is the Scorpion person and they're in your ally or enemy position. So if it's the same, it is. You don't have to ask. You're gonna get your reward. Oh, you did get a best course of action. This is your situation, your enemy, your ally, and your best course of action is not to take any action. Let it come to you. Let it come to you. But I would document if it were me. Get my paperwork in a row. So, yeah, I would get my paperwork in a row or read a fine print on any legal situation that I find myself in. And yours might be a little bit different. Yours could be that you're getting ready to sign a lease or buy a house or something legal to deal with paper. And I would make sure I read the fine print before I signed anything. And then you have to listen to your intuition, because if you don't listen to your intuition, you can make a mistake. So definitely, and if it has to do with money, which is in your ally position, money comes to you easily, girl. Money comes to you from unexpected sources and unexpected ways. You receive it because it is right. So you don't really have to take action where your money or your paper is concerned. But I would read the fine print if it were me. So usually I'll do, at the end of a reading, I will shuffle the cards back and have somebody pick one. Or have the person say stop where your hand is, or whatever. But since you're not here and you're not on the phone with me, I will do it for you. And maybe I'll see something, maybe I won't. What I usually do is just spread them out like this. And if I see something pop up, which I did right here, I'm going to take it. And it's the Three of Cups. And it says, stop and enjoy your life. You don't have to be so serious all the time. You don't have to have everything in a row to enjoy yourself. Let your hair down, girl. Let your hair down. And live. Have some friends over. Drink some wine. Or some Sunkist. Or whatever. But anyway, with all that being said, again, thank you guys for liking and subscribing to my content or to my channel. And I hope I help people out there in the world. That is my mission. I want to do me, and this is what I'm passionate about. So I'm walking the walk and talking the talk. So I'm doing what I tell people to do. You know, I'm doing my passion, and you should do yours. So anyway, and I shouldn't tell you what to do either. I'm not your mama, right? But anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the day and stay mystical, because I'm out of here.